Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with your WWE Payback 2014 rundown. This is shaping up to be a pretty weird show. You can definitely tell from what's going down in the wrestling news and from watching Raw is that the upcoming show is not going to be probably what was panned out on paper to be. Of course, everybody knows of the big story that broke a few weeks ago at the Extreme Rules show is that the whole day of the actual pay-per-view, they were negotiating with Batista if he was going to come back and work this Payback show. There was at one point on the table an offer for the main event of this show to be Batista versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And if Batista would have agreed to that, we would be really lost to what is going down, which shaped out. Batista said he would come back, but he only wanted to do the Evolution rematch against The Shield. It looked like they were going in the direction of Daniel Bryan versus Kane. After I guess it was the day of the next Monday Night Raw. A week later, we come to find out Daniel Bryan is going to be having neck surgery that week, and he's going to be out of action, and we're just without a World Heavyweight Championship match. So, this is the special event era. This isn't the big pay-per-views anymore. It's a good thing because I don't know too many people that are going to be bellying up to the table with their remotes in the hand, wanting to call up DirecTV or whoever their cable provider is, saying, like, hey, I want to order Payback and I want you to take $45 from me. But, it comes down to it, we're only paying $10 a month for the WWE Network. Payback is basically free to us, so this could be a pretty fun show to watch. It is what it is. I am very jealous of all the people in Chicago. Everybody knows that the Chicago shows actually show up, for pay-per-views. They're very loud. They're very into it. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday Night Raw, if it's a pay-per-view. They're one of the top crowds there is in wrestling. And, they deserve to get the Payback show back this year. I know that a lot of people went crazy after, getting this show, sort of handed to them for a second year in a row. But then again, SummerSlam, if I wasn't one of the people who lived close enough to go every year, I'd pretty much be pretty sick and tired of SummerSlam being in LA every year. I definitely get tweets every year, during, after, and once it's announced that it's coming back, that, that people are basically bitching that it's doing this. But I tip my hat to the people who live in Chicago. Everybody knows my good friend, my good friend Pinko, HBK25, making the Road to Payback videos. He'll be in attendance. I'm sure that my good buddy Team Rai will be there. So, the YWC will be well represented. In the opening match that has been named for the Payback show, it is our Intercontinental Champion, Bad News Barrett, going up against Rob Van Dam. And on paper, this sort of seems like a match that's sort of like, it is what it is. Wade Barrett, of course, we're our new Intercontinental Champion after beating Biggie Langston at the last pay-per-view. Rob Van Dam making one of his short-term returns. It seems that when he does these returns, they put him in these matches on pay-per-views, sometimes in big matches, or sometimes just in weird championship matches, just to make sure he's featured. He puts somebody over, and we go from there. In my mind, I don't think that Rob Van Dam really is the threat to win the Intercontinental Championship. I think that we're too soon into the Wade Barrett era of being IC champ, but there is a little bit of a backstory to this. Of course, everybody knows that with the Intercontinental Championship tournament, I always call it that, like the winner got the Intercontinental Championship, but it was just to become the number one contender, to become the number one contender to have a match against Biggie Langston. Of course, Wade Barrett won that, but in the finals of that tournament, he beat Rob Van Dam, mostly due to Cesaro and Jack Swagger coming down there and getting involved, which set up their three-way match at the pay-per-view. Wade Barrett took advantage of his shot at it, and he won the Intercontinental Championship from Biggie Langston. So, Rob Van Dam was, oh so close to becoming the number one contender. He could have won the Intercontinental title for probably, off the top of my head, he's won it at least 4 or 5 times. I'm going to guess 7 times. You let me know in the comments down below if I was even close. But it seems like Van Dam for a long time was a holder of that IC belt. Of course, the other style, I was about to call it the older style, but the belt they have now is the older style from the 90s, but the one that was blue with the big globe on it. I just think that Wade Barrett is a guy, as Bad News Barrett's. I think that he's in a weird spot. I think that he's over, but he's not over at the same time. Right now, they're over in England, and he's basically working as a babyface, coming out there against the Authority, because everybody knows that he's going to be getting the hometown pop. And he's one of wrestling's favorite guys. He's not at the point that I think he should be. I definitely think that it's good that he does have the Intercontinental title, even though these mid-card titles are just basically the kiss of death to a lot of these guys. It's not, they get the belt, they win a few matches, and then they lose 100 more before they finally lose the belt. And then they're sort of like in this weird place of, they got pushed a little bit, and then they really got held back. And so it's sort of like sink or swim. You're on your own. Here we go from here. Wade Barrett is a guy who's had the Intercontinental title 2 times before, and I don't know. The core didn't really go anywhere. And then everybody remembers, WrestleMania 29 being in the, what is it? The pre-show match is what it's called. So, it wasn't that great. I don't think that the Beat the Clock challenge really stepped up to the plate and delivered like the tournament did last time. It was Rob Van Dam beating Alberto Del Rio and everybody else that was involved. Basically, when it comes down to the pay-per-view, I think that it's just going to be Wade Barrett getting the best of Rob Van Dam. He's going to hit him with the bullhammer. It's going to be lights out. And hopefully Wade Barrett can go on and face the next opponent down the road. But who knows who that's going to be. Antonio Cesaro is going to be looking for somebody out there. He's definitely a guy. We need to see if he's a mid-card title guy or if he gravitating towards, heading towards the big prize, towards the top. So, I don't know who the next challenge is going to be. But hopefully it won't be like Rob Van Dam's last return where he's just out there having match after match after match with Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hopefully Van Dam can find a home. We all know that he's not going to be here for that long. He'll be back smoking fatties in his Southern California house sooner than later. So, peace out, everybody. Well, this isn't goodbye because I'll be going on to the next match. But we'll see you in the next video.